to understand why there's so many Salvadorans in the US? To do that, you have to go back to the 1980s when there was a civil war happening there. Decades of dictatorship led to a popular uprising. And by popular uprising, I mean armed resistance, like guerrilla fighters. There was even a rogue radio station named Radio Venceremos that used to play revolutionary music and used to play counter-government messaging. Meanwhile, the Salvadoran government, which was heavily backed by the United States, by the way, the government was deploying brutal tactics to repress its people. Although military leaders came and went, one thing stayed constant: the targeting of civilians. You didn't need to be a rebel to be in danger. Civilians were targeted. You just needed to be alive and in the wrong place. When I became a professor, I told my mom, "Mom, I'm a professor." And she said, "Esos son los primeros que desaparecen." Those are the first people who disappear. Talk about war trauma. Yes, people were abducted, tortured. They were suspected of being subversives or of having knowledge about where subversives were. But if you were just a civilian and you were trying to keep your head down, it wasn't that easy. You may have just been a civilian trying to keep your head down, but while you go about your daily life, bombs are indiscriminately dropped. You may be walking to church and caught in the crossfire of some people beefing. You're not even part of it. It's happening around you. And guess what? You're scarred for life. That is why Salvadorans fled. That's why they're here. That's why I'm here. And that story doesn't end when people cross the border. The trauma comes with them. One of the things I studied in my PhD is the legacy of war trauma and what it does to the generations that come after. The generations raised in the US inherited that trauma, even if they don't realize it. They weren't taught what happened. Their families may not even know exactly what happened because, guess what? They were busy trying to survive. Salvadorans in the US generally don't know the reasons why they're here, any of that history at all. And the reasons why is because it's super painful to dive deep and to really dig. Digging deeper hurts. It means confronting some things that may not be so pleasant about the place that you're from. Instead, our families hand us trauma, survival mechanisms that are antiquated and violent. And what you get is a diaspora that stands proud on what little it knows. Flags, pupusas, other symbols of nationalism that don't really mean anything. Digging deeper hurts. It means coming face to face with a history of violence, repression, death, erasure. The list goes on and on. You know what? Maybe this post isn't just about Salvadorans. Maybe it's about all Central Americans or any people from countries that have been tossed through civil war and other types of violence. Maybe it's not just about war trauma. It's also about the ghosts that are left behind.